Hey, it's me. This is very bad lighting. I look very old and haggard. Snow day out there. And I thought this would be a good chance for me to work on my Fascinator with Miss Prism here, who is doing Prism things. This is part of my Mothman cosplay, and this is a tour of what I got. I stole a glue gun, well, borrowed a glue gun from Claire, because I don't have one. It's a mix of stuff from Amazon and Hobby Lobby. Let's start with the base piece. This one isn't very creative. You could probably make something like this. Right here. I bought like a Fascinator, and I can either use this with a headband or with the clip. I'll have to see which way works best. And then I've got this. It's very heavy. Hoping this is not a mistake. There's a little lantern. I've got, these are going to eventually be the antennae of my Mothman costume. This is part of the fun of it. I added to go kind of circle around the lantern, little mothy moths. And this was a little bit of a, she's going to steal my mothy moth, isn't she? All right. This was a little bit, some LED lights here. So, and then these. So this one was a little bit of a, I had to do some thinking about this, because this, the light switch for the LED lights is on the bottom, and I want it to be in the lantern. But if I glue it to the bottom of the lantern, I won't be able to access the switch to turn it on and off. So I have to be able to pick it up and on. So what I came up with is using these picture hanger Velcro strips here. So I'll put one here, and then I can take it on and off with the Velcro. At least I hope that will work. That's the idea. So that's it. And we'll see how this process about these little guys is they come with clips. So I don't even really need to hot glue them, because I can just put them through the holes there and stick them. That's pretty cool, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna give up on this being short form and I'll just do it with you guys. So here, let's see. Sorry for the weird camera angle. So this is what I got. I cut one of these in half. So now I've got this to put here. Actually, I'll put the one that doesn't have the tab on the bottom, because that one's not going to have to move. So here. And then I'll put the top, where did I put the other half? Here it is, this one. I don't have fingernails. It's often a problem when I'm crafting. And there. Then if this works, I should be able to just stick them together. Stick it on there, see? And then there. And then when I want to take it off to turn on one light, I can just, it worked! Okay. Sweet. Now the question is this too heavy to balance on my head? Because I could be doomed here about this. I think I'm going to do the bow approach, or the headband approach. Let's finish up with the moths, though. How many moths can I get around this guy? One up here on the handle thing. It'd be nice if I could make that stand up, but I don't think it'll stand up. So the question is, do I want to get some like monofilament to kind of suspend them, or do I want them close to the thing? Here. I feel like there needs to be one sticking out the top, right? Maybe. You know, I was planning to use this anyway. This wrapped around, would that look good? Let's see how that looks. Hold on. This is all very experimental. It's kind of appropriate that I've got those butterflies behind me. I know butterflies and moths aren't technically the same thing, but you know, they're here to cheer me on with their Lepidoptera. Is that the thing? Brothers. Okay. Prism is inside the box right now. Hold on. hold on. It's not focusing. Why is it not focusing? There she is. That was Gideon. Prisms in a box. Okay. I'm going to rip this part. I'm using a pair of salt and side paper shakers as a tripod because I absolutely am never going to do this professionally. This is really tangled up. It's kind of annoying me. So if I want to have this lit up, I could go, I can kind of hide this inside, right? It's there. And sneak it through the door. Is that going to block the lantern part too much? I think if it glows, I think it's, maybe I should do something else, like tuck it under. Okay, so then you could wrap it around. And then you can even put like the moths attached to the cord. Oh, another one. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Moths on the cord. And then when it attaches to the headpiece, it'll look like this on my head. And that is not terrible. I haven't decided if the LED lights stay or not. I like the concept of them, but I don't know. Do they add to the aesthetic or take away? What do you think? Is it better just to have a little flickery candle in there, or do you want the little red glow from, like, it does kind of make it look like the red glow is coming from the moths. And then I can actually add a little more moth on here. I've got 2 more moths left. Go all moth. Gotta go in all moth all the time. There we go. That'll also give some structure. Like I can use the moths kind of to keep the LED lights sort of kind of in place. All right, because they have the clippers. Okay, there. So it looks kind of chaotic. I'm hoping in the dark you won't see as much wires because it's not going to be like in full lighting, or I don't know. Here comes the hard part. Do I want to attach this to the top of the Fascinator to wear as a clip, or like here and have the Fascinator to the side? Let's see how good a hold does this have? Let's find out. It's pretty good. I'm headbang with that. Okay, we got this. All right, so the question is positioning, right? So here, and then it goes to the side, or like, could I manage to get a bun in my hair? I have never had a successful bun in my life. This is a story, but for my wedding, I just wanted the most basic updo, and it was not even, I'm not even sure if you call it a bun. It's one of those things where it like kind of goes around the side and flipped up, and it took probably a whole can of hairspray, and I want to say about 200 bobby pins. I was picking bobby pins out of my hair for days afterwards. It felt like it was, not literally, but like that evening I was sitting there, this is taking forever. Because my hair is very slick and fine, and it doesn't really hold on to anything. Well, be that product or, if I put it onto the side here, I don't think it'll be as steady. I think I kind of have to take advantage of the fact that they've got this big fake flower here and use that as the base. And that's going to take a heckin' lot of hot glue. But we'll never know until we try. Let's move this out of the way so we don't glue the wire, because I still want to be able to remove that if I can. The problem is, though, that if you can see, the base has these little things. What if I do? If I put a large amount in the center and just press down until it cools. Hold on. Let's try this. I'm sure anyone with any actual crafting skill is going to have a heart attack watching this video, because I'm not a crafter. Okay, let's just squish. How long do you think I have to squish? Usually hot glue dries pretty quickly, doesn't it? I feel like that's a thing with hot glue. I have no idea what I'm doing. Is it safe to let go yet? This is still like, they're absolutely thrilling content here. This is 8 minutes of me fumbling around like an idiot with LED lights and a hot glue gun I borrowed from my 14. She's going to be 14 soon. It's incredible. I can't believe that. Ooh, actually, let's do the blizzard test. No, it's not quite sturdy enough. I think it's getting there though. I think if I maybe reinforce it a little bit there. I'm worried, not so worried about the glue showing because it's going to be on top of my head and I don't think anybody's will be able to see it at that angle. So if I just like really go crazy, and maybe I could even make something cool with the filaments to make it look even more spidery. That's my thing. If I have a mess, I'm going to pretend the mess is intentional as part of the vibes. Claire, would you mind bringing me out another glue stick? Thank you. It's almost out. Okay, three? I think I only need one, but thank you. All right, so let's try this. Oh. Claire's looking at me like, you have no idea what you're doing, do you, Mom?
Are you recording?
Yes, I am. Oh, it fell right off. Dang it. So I thought I was getting some progress, but it is learning curve, right? Oh, and the intention was not to glue on these guys, but if you guys have a better idea for how to secure this besides just like a heckin' ton of hot glue administered in a very shoddy way, I would be happy to hear this. You know, why didn't I use the Velcro strips that I used for the inside? If it falls off, I will just put Velcro strips on it. This is a work in progress. Okay, that's it. Ah, spidery glue. Hot glue guns. Okay. So how's your day been? Where did that butterfly one who fell off? Where was this one from? I think. What if I put like that on there? Grippers. Yeah, I didn't go into work today because of the snow. So one of the things about living rurally, living out in the middle of nowhere, is that if it really does snow, okay, moment of truth. I'm going to put my hair in like a side ponytail so it has something to latch onto and see if I can get it that way. I have also thought about wearing a wig. If I do end up going with a wig, I can actually glue it onto the wig, which is something. I haven't decided if I want to do a special hair color with this costume or not yet. And if I do a special hair color, if it's going to be easier to do as a wig, which I have worn wigs before. I wore wigs as the halfling last year, and I did... Yeah, that's not. It's just too heavy. Think. If I did it with this, is it going to be sturdy enough to put in like a headband with that? That is the question. So were you meant, with the Fascinator, are you meant to attach it to the Fascinator via this? Let me see. Is it just meant to clip? I don't think that would be right. Okay. Okay, well, you guys see the vision, right? Even if, all right. Thinking. Well, I'm up for ideas at this point. If you have any ideas for getting this Fascinator hat to attach that's not too top heavy, let me know. I don't think it's going to work as is. However, maybe with a little bit of unique hairstyling, like a bun or something on top, or a French braid, or something like that. I could give it something to anchor to on my head because it's not that heavy. I can manipulate this pretty easily. I would not, like, it's not ideal balanced on top of my head, but it's not as awkward as you might think considering. All right, let me bring this around. So for context, ignore the chaos of my household, but got the light in there. Mothy guys. Ooh. Moths. More moths. I don't know. It's I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Okay. Okay. I kind of got it in place. Whoop. It is definitely not going to stick for very long. So this is the trick. How do I balance this thing on my head? Just like, I got it on Sam for like 3 seconds.